What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and with me, as always, is John Rambo.
Hello. What we got going on here? Watching TV?
Well,
did you not watch Raw? We have to watch it now?
Yes, we have to watch it.
We're watching it
now. So
we're watching Todd say things as we watch.
What we're doing this week is an experiment, because if you've been watching WWE programming recently, you've been seeing all they do is advertise this new WWE app, this app.
Yeah.
So for Christmas, I bought myself an iPad, because I'm the only person who buys myself anything.
No one for me too, right? Is that the trick? No.
So I got myself an iPad, and we're actually going to try to do Smart Guys live from the iPad. We're going to read the results off the iPad and see how it works.
I
was looking at it, and it actually looks like the results are listed in proper order of how they happened on the show, which they don't even do on the website. So why they do it like this on the iPad, I have no idea.
We could do touting from this.
You're right, we could
do a live tout.
We could tout during Smart Guys.
Wow.
But your product fucking sucks! Bitch is an asshole!
Show the ratings.
So the ratings plummeted.
Vince, do you know about this? Who knows? Do you want to talk about the show's moving in 2013?
Yes, we should talk. Alright, so here's the deal. As many people know, I can't even get it to move now. Look, there we go. As many people know, I've been talking about this over the past month or so. I have a new channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, and what it is I'm separating all of my vlog style videos. Basically, a vlog is anything where you're like talking to the camera. It's a video log. And I'm separating those from my DSP gaming channel, because over the past 2 years, since I've been doing this full time, you know, John and I mean, we've put an immense amount of gameplay on DSP gaming, to the point where it's like, there's so many videos that I'm releasing there on a regular basis that a lot of the vlog style videos that I put out are getting swept under the rug. You know, when I'm uploading 40 videos a day, then a vlog late at night, and then all of a sudden in the afternoon the next day I resume my uploads.
What game is this?
Yeah, exactly. What is this?
I never heard of this channel update game.
Channel update for the Xbox?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
I'm not watching that.
So, I have noticed even in this past year, a lot of my vlog videos are getting lower views simply because I think I'm uploading so much gameplay. So I created this new channel where all that's going to be moved. And John and I had a discussion, you know, collectively.
Sat down, we put suits on.
We hashed out some contracts. Like they do in WWE, we had a contract signing.
We signed some things in blood. You know, it's like WWE, we flipped the table.
We flipped the table, we were fighting.
John Cena came out, told some bad jokes.
Yes.
But yeah, basically we feel like it's a good fit there, because your channel is basically going to be you here in this, which is your home.
Right.
Doing this kind of thing. And you created the Smart Guy show started on your channels. So it kind of goes full circle in a lot of ways.
It makes sense, and it's gonna be a place where it's gonna be, you know, showcased at least for a day or two, fully on the channel. It's not gonna be like on DSP Gaming where thing immediately gets bumped by another video.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you know, featured as the main video on the page. Already, since I've announced the channel a couple weeks ago, it's got 10,000 subscribers that have moved over. So if you are a fan of Smart Guys, for now, you're gonna see it still on John Rambo Presents, but we're also gonna upload it over at the King of Hate Vlogs, so that way it's kind of a, you're going to see
Smart Guys has just been passed around, used and abused. It's been on like 5 different channels, I think.
It started on the King of Hate HD.
It was on Blip TV.
Then it was on Blip, that's right.
The guy had it. I did some nasty things with it. And so it's kind of going around. And like I talked about recently, the weeks that there is no Smart Guys, we only do it, I think, maximum like 3 weeks.
3 weeks a month, because one weekend I'm unavailable, right?
So on John Rambo Presents, I'm going to have my own version of a wrestling show. But do things a little differently. I have some ideas. I've talked about it a little bit on previous videos, but that's what we're going to do.
Right.
So.
And this will be cool too, because later in 2013, like we discussed, we're going to WrestleMania.
Yes.
So we're going to have all these crazy vlogs from that trip that we're going to be able to showcase on a vlog channel. It makes sense. Rather than trying to shovel that footage in with gaming stuff, put it on a vlog-only channel, and it'll probably get more focus. So. Makes sense. So that's the deal. Like I said, right now it's on both channels, but coming very soon in 2013, Smart Guys will be moving only to the King of Hate Vlogs. So if you are an avid follower, definitely get over there, subscribe. Don't worry, I'm only going to be uploading 1 to 2 videos a day over there. It's not going to be like the gaming channel. You're not going to have your inbox flooded with 1,000 videos. That's the point of the channel. So.
Right. And like I said, I'm going to have more additional wrestling content coming on John Rambo Presents.
Right.
So it's not like there's no more wrestling here.
Right.
Let's talk about this. Look at this.
It's an aquapod. What's wrong with that?
This thing?
It's like a.
This is water in here.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
It's like some kind of elixir you would get, like a magical potion that you would get from.
Yes.
What the hell? All right.
You drink that and you'll be able to write better plot lines than WWE.
Oh.
So it's actually just water. Anyway.
We have to talk about Raw.
Do we have to talk about Raw?
There's some good stuff there.
All right.
I guess we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Let's go through them. We're actually, I mean, I'm sure you guys, we're going through the results right here on the iPad, on the WWE app. So the show opened with Tag Team Champions Hell No against the Primetime Players in a singles match.
Yes.
And so they beat the
Primetime Players. Something was coming because...
By the way,
Primetime Players...
Did you hear their new music, the Primetime Players?
No.
I hated it.
What the hell is it?
It's like, it's a remix of their old theme, but it sounds shitty. I like their old theme. I don't know what they did. They gave them like a real bad new theme, but... So the Primetime Players are pretty much completely squashed at this point. It's a shame because they were an up-and-coming tag team. It was like, wow, they're going to have a great tag team division.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not very good.
Well, they're green, but
they're green.
You know.
I mean, so you can't really feel too bad about it. It's not like these guys who are like, been around for so long.
Right.
Maybe they'll get there at some point.
Right. So after the match, the Shield.
The Shield is up in the rafters.
Yes, they were in the rafters the whole match, kind of approaching the ring.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the match, they hit the ring. They attacked Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Do you want to talk about the Shield in general? What do you think about the group?
I think it's an interesting group. I think that they need way more mic time because they only get to cut one promo a week, and the promo sometimes is really good, and I want to hear more about them. Mm-hmm. But it's more like, we're the Shield and we stand for justice, and then that's it, and then they just attack everyone, and it's like, I want to hear their reason for why they're attacking.
I don't know if I like the Shield name.
Yeah.
Or the outfits they have.
Well, they copied off the show The Shield. I mean, that's the fucking point. They're supposed to be like,
why you wearing
this rogue cop that's out to, get the bad people.
Why are you wearing bulletproof vests? Like, who has a gun? Like, Yoshitatsu's got a gun?
Yes!
Like, who's got guns? And you need this. Does that help you when you get body slammed?
It is kind of weird that that's their outfits. They're wearing this, like, this heavy, like, SWAT team gear. That's what it kind of looks like.
I love the guys in the group are awesome. Even Roman Reigns, who I kind of gave a hard time to the last time we did Smark guys. A lot of people point out to me he's actually a second-generation wrestler.
Oh.
He's part of that Samoan family.
Oh, wow.
That's related, like The Rock is related to, and Rikishi, Yokozuna, all those guys.
Huh.
So he's got some history to him.
I did not know.
And I like him a lot now. Like he just seems evil. Like he just stands there.
Yeah.
So he could be like their next big.
Yeah.
Tough heeled guy.
Almost like a Batista or something like that.
Right.
I could see him as.
And the other guys are great. Dean Ambrose. First of all, I don't know what these names are. Because where do they come up with these names?
I don't know.
You have a Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
What the hell is that name? Dean Ambrose. And then Seth Rollins. What the hell?
Seth Rollins.
These aren't real names. No one would have these names. But Ambrose is great. Like no joke. He's the best. He's probably the best guy on the mic in all of wrestling. And
he's good.
Seth Rollins is a great worker. So what my fear for them is that do they really know who these guys are?
Right.
Or do they just go, we need 3 guys for this role? Who do you have down there? Okay, these are them.
Right. Now we'll job them out for 2 pay-per-views, and then we'll.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope they actually know who these guys are, and they can establish them and show their strengths.
Right.
You see on the new CM Punk DVD, he talks about early on Vince called him into his office, and he's like, listen, I have something that you've never done before. I want you to try something, see if you can do it. I want you to be a heel. And Punk is like, I was a heel for 6 years, in the Indies. Like, what he taught, because Vince didn't even know they don't know anything about him. So, hopefully they know what these guys are capable of.
Oh my god.
So
hopefully.
It looks like they're going to be in the main event though, which is cool.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that because they weren't even going to be at the pay-per-view. I mean, I get the feeling they were probably going to interfere in matches and stuff, but because of something that happened this week, there was a last-minute change, and we'll talk about that. AJ Lee defeats Tamina Snuka, so Tamina had the shortest push of any Diva in history. 1 week.
My God.
1 week.
That's the stuff that makes you scratch your head. Like they gave her a new gimmick, like a new character, kind of, and a new look, kind of made her look better. And, and okay,
1 week.
Angela lose.
1 week.
Crazy.
The Miz comes out and he challenges CM Punk to take a lie detector test on Miz TV tonight.
Yeah.
So the big controversy is the Shield involved with CM Punk? Was that referee, the rogue referee, involved with CM Punk? Is he really paying off these people to save his title? Or are they really just these crazy rogue factors that's by chance?
Brad Maddox.
Brad Maddox. It's another one.
It's another one.
Maddox.
What are these names?
So, Punk, of course, gets all pissed off. And eventually he does agree that tonight on Miz TV he will take a lie detector test.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's some stipulations added later that we'll talk about.
Because that's what you want to see when you have the show, the ratings are plummeting the 3rd hour. We know what will get them there. A lie detector test segment.
Yes.
Remember, like, they used to have title matches on Raw?
Yes, they did.
The title would change hands from time to time on Raw, you know?
Not anymore.
They don't even defend any, like, none of the titles are even defended.
No, not on Raw.
I can see maybe
only the minor titles, and there's never a title change.
Not often, though, like...
Yeah. I know. It's disappointing. Very disappointing. So
detector tests.
The first main event, because now they like to have 3 main events on every show because it's 3 hours.
Not.
John Cena and Sheamus in a tag match against Big Show and Dolph Ziggler. No brainer who wins this one.
Oh, we gotta talk about this.
Oh boy.
I have a curse, Phil.
Uh-oh.
How come when I say stupid things, they actually happen?
Uh-oh.
First of all, I challenge anyone out there. Find another wrestling commentator out there that knew that Hornswoggle was going to be the anonymous GM. Find that. It doesn't exist.
You did say that. You did say that.
So last time we Smark, they said they're probably going to put the money in the bank briefcase on the line.
Yes, you did.
And now they're doing it.
Yes, they are.
What is happening?
I guess we should. Let's talk about that backstage segment.
What the hell's happening here?
So, Cena and Sheamus win this match, and so there's this big backstage segment with Vicky. And what happened on this show is that it's announced Vince McMahon's going to be here. Vince McMahon's going to be here. What's going to happen? So, Dolph Ziggler backstage talks to Vicky and says, "I demand a match with John Cena at the pay-per-view. I know I could beat him. So I want to get him at TLC."
Yeah.
Okay, so this happens. So she makes
Even
the
though
match.
he just lost to him last week. Or whatever.
So Vince comes out later on, and he's talking to Vicky in the ring, and he says that basically she needs to think bigger and better. She needs to do bigger and better.
Oh, yeah.
So he changes this match into now it's a match for the Money in the Bank briefcase. To which it's like, wait a minute. So John Cena wins Money in the Bank, becomes the first person to not cash in and win the title, loses repeatedly to the champion over and over. Now he gets a shot at the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, why?
I had several people on Twitter, so I do talk to the people on Twitter, several people told me that if Cena winds up winning, they will no longer watch. I mean, more than a few people told me that. They will be done watching. And I can't really blame them. I mean, that's going to be crazy. And if you look at it, like, that's what might make sense, because Rock's going to win.
Yes.
And then he goes, "I have this, Rock!"
Right.
And then they do the thing with the Rock, is like, "Oh!" And Cena has the case, and, you know.
Right. So
that's going to complete... The Ziggler's done after that. Like, he's just done if he loses.
I don't see how they could ever build him up again after that.
No way.
You know?
He's buried.
How could you? So... And then also, I think the other stipulation that Vince makes during that segment is that he says if CM Punk is found to be lying in this lie detector test, that next week Paul Heyman has to have a singles match with Ryback. What?
And that'll be your main event.
You know what this reminds me of? And I swear to God, 10 years ago, same thing happened.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman had to have a cage match with Brock Lesnar.
And he got hurt.
And he got hurt.
He got legitimately hurt.
I remember this match.
It's just Vince, like, Paul, he's the guy that made his own company. How dare he? We have to find ways to rip him and punish him. And
Terrible. Alright, so up next, Damien Sandow defeats Santino Marella in a singles match, and he continues his search for an apprentice where every week he calls someone out of the crowd who's obviously a plant, and he asks them 2 really mundane, easy trivia questions, like what's 2 plus 2? And then the third one is some retardedly difficult, stupid question that no one would ever know unless they're like a literature buff or something.
He's basically in like full 1980s mode.
He is.
You know?
He's a 1980s heel at this point. Alberto Del Rio defeats Sin Cara for the 472nd time on TV.
The match was good.
It was really
I
good.
enjoyed the match.
I just don't understand why they're still doing it. Like, why?
I don't know. But one thing about this, Rey Mysterio, he was pulled off all future shows, so no one knows why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why Sin Cara's alone again. Just all of a sudden he was just.
Maybe he did finally
get
his
the last one.
That's it.
Is he hurt? No one knows what's going on with that.
Huh.
I'm sure someone will go, "Oh, I know what it is."
Oh, yes.
So we'll see.
He accidentally ate a hashish cookie, and now he's been deported.
He put all his masks on at once, and he was so dehydrated that he collapsed.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
All right, we already talked about McMahon meeting with Vicky in the ring.
Yeah.
Randy Orton has a singles match with Brad Matt.
Alright, here's the, the Shield comes out?
The Shield comes out and attacks Orton.
This is where it's going into Aces and Eights territory.
They are Aces and Eights.
Because they have the outfits that are stupid, just like Aces and Eights. They're not the same, but they're stupid. They're also stupid. And they're attacking random people. Oh, why are they doing the blah, blah, blah. That's Aces and Eights mode now.
And the thing is, I actually like JBL on commentary because what he's been saying this week, because they on SmackDown they kept asking why is the Shield doing this, and JBL says, why don't you use your head? Because he's talking to Josh Matthews, he's yelling at him, why don't you use your head? They put Brad Maddox in a match with freaking Randy Orton. How is that fair? He's like, he's a greener than a tree or some shit. You know, he's saying stupid. It makes. I was thinking like that actually does make sense. Like it was a really fucking stupid match.
Yeah, if you were like on the roster. You're like Kurt Hawkins or something. You'd be like real pissed.
Yeah. Some up and comer in a squash match.
Brad Maddox. I just don't see what's gonna happen with this guy. I'm not seeing it. I don't know.
So now this match, I have to say, this match was excellent. Okay.
What was this?
It was going to be a tag match. It was going to be Antonio Cesaro and Wade Barrett against R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. But they decided to change it and make it a fatal 4-way match, and they turn it into the Raw Active poll on whose title will be on the line. Will it be Kofi's Intercontinental Championship or Antonio's U.S. Championship?
Might as well just put them both on the line.
At this point, the Raw Active is complete bullshit, by the way. It's not true. Like, you know every week it's fake. Like, what was it, 2 weeks ago they voted Kane in a match? It's like...
Yeah, and Daniel Bryan
was actually winning the poll. You could go on Twitter and see he was winning.
Yeah, there's someone that... there's some site that does, like, tracking of hashtags, and he won.
By massive landslide, yet they say Kane won. So, you know it's bullshit anyway. But they say Antonio Cesaro, was the one who was voted that his title will be on the line. This match was crazy. It was like just spot after spot people. I remember at one point it looked like the match was over and Wade Barrett flew like 40 feet and boom, broke up the pin. I was like, whoa, like these guys are really working. And then at one point they were going to pin again. And Antonio Cesaro did like this walking shoulder push into it to break it up. So I was like, wow, this is really good, spot after spot. This is the kind of match they should have on Raw every week. That maybe people would fucking watch. But no, this is, they didn't even announce this match. It was an impromptu match that no one even knew to tune in for. So it ends up that actually Cesaro steals it because I think it was Kofi hits someone with his finisher and then he sneaks up and does his finisher for the win, like sneaks up behind him. So that was a really good match. I like that one. Why that wasn't a main event, I have no idea. And then finally the main event. CM Punk takes this lie detector test live on Miz TV. And it's kind of funny because I think he asks him, do you think you can beat Ryback? And he says, yes.
And then he goes,
and then he says, oh, you may be lying. And he says, it's an opinion, asshole. Like, how could I be lying? It's my opinion.
The whole thing was really ridiculous. I mean,
so here's what happens, and this is what changes the face of the whole week and the pay-per-view coming up, is that Ryback, well, first the Shield comes out and attacks The Miz. So then that prompts Ryback to come out. So he chases the Shield off. Then he attacks CM Punk with tables, ladders, and chairs, basically. Actually power bombs him through a table, hits him with a chair.
Gives him the muscle buster first, and then he does a table, and the other guys are fighting off into the crowd.
So there's speculation. Now, I haven't seen anything concrete this week. From what I've heard is that CM Punk has been working with a bum knee.
Yeah.
And he's been pushing through it because he really, he feels... kind of like back in the old days where people he has pride to be the champion.
Old school champions.
He really feels like he has to work. He can't have like a wimpy excuse to not be working.
Well, he's really he's overworked him and Cena.
Definitely.
Because they have so few guys at the top that are established.
Right.
They run those guys to the ground every house show, every taping, they're always in a prominent position, working long matches, blah blah blah. So he's beat up. He's broken down. There's a reason why guys don't hold the title for a year. Because people are like, oh, why does that happen more often?
Right.
And the WWE schedule, you think about that, that's brutal.
Yeah, and he's working house shows and shit, too. He's working all the time.
I mean, most guys, you hold the belt for a while, then you take a break after that.
Right.
You disappear, you lose, you disappear for a month or two. That's how you stay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going for over a year. And, he basically had a bad injury. And lucky for them, he's only going to be out for a couple weeks.
Right.
Could have been 6 months.
Yeah, and now they're fucked. Now
who do you have?
Yeah. So whatever happened, it's not clear if this Ryback segment is what aggravated the injury.
I think they did it just to...
maybe they did it to say this is why he needs the surgery.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is that he has a torn meniscus in his knee, had to have emergency surgery, and basically he's not going to be able to wrestle at the TLC pay-per-view, so the title match between him and Ryback is now
Apparently
off.
He said he would do it, but they said no. Apparently he was saying, I'll do it.
He's a knucklehead. Oh my god. He wants to kill himself.
So it's going to be Kane, Daniel Bryan,
and Ryback
versus the Shield. So it's cool the Shield gets to be in a main event.
Right.
Their first pay-per-view.
Right.
Or their second. They debuted at the last one,
right.
attacking him. So they got to go over, though. I mean,
I hope so. I mean, I would think that they have to go over.
I would have Roman Reigns beat the crap out of Kane and pin him. That'd be a big statement right there. I'm the new monster. Like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
They'll probably have Ryback pick them all up at once or something.
Oh, yeah, triple muscle buster and fucking squash.
I don't want to say anything because they're going to do it.
Now, why did you say that? He's going to do triple muscle buster. Oh, no. Oh, man. All right.
It'll be 5 seconds long.
All right. I did see main event this week, but the WWE app doesn't cover it.
It never happened.
Yeah, check this out. It only has SmackDown, Raw.
It's got to have it.
And last week, that's it. SmackDown and Raw. That's all it
you're right.
covers.
SmackDown and Raw.
That's all it has.
Even as the logos.
Yeah, that's all it has. So the app is very, very basic, basically.
You know.
So we're going to talk about SmackDown. The show opened with a contract signing between Big Show and Sheamus, and the reason that they were doing this, Booker T explains, is because over the past month during this program between Sheamus and Big Show, they've been very brutal to each other. They had a backstage brawl where they destroyed cars, and then Sheamus hit him 30 times with a steel chair after the last pay-per-view.
Regal got the crap beat out of him for no reason.
For no reason, right? And now that storyline's over. Apparently, he's already off.
Apparently, he's dead or something.
He died.
He was dead. He was murdered.
So they decided that this contract is now a no-contact clause contract, meaning neither of them can touch each other. After the contract is signed. So what ends up happening is Big Show flips the table into Sheamus' face, and Sheamus busts his ass. Then he signs the contract quick. He's like, now you can't touch me. So Booker T, of course, is pissed that he did that, and he's like, all right, that's it. You're going to have a match right now. And
what are you doing, sucker?
All the matches he could have made, like, how would you punish Big Show? Would you put him in a handicap match? Would you maybe put him in a lumberjack match? No, let's put him in a singles match with Daniel Bryan. So anyway, I'm going to just skip that because I think you know who won.
One thing I want to bring up quick, what I read this week is that they're looking to bring back a lot of former mid-card guys.
Oh, yeah?
Because what they feel like, a lot of things we talk about is guys you have to lose that should be losing, and they're really, the roster's real thin.
Right.
So you see a lot of the same matches. So they actually contacted a bunch of guys that were former mid-card talent, not top guys, that they could bring into basically job and be solid hands, So you might see some of these, who knows, coming back, I don't know. We'll find out.
Matt Hardy.
No, not him. I think maybe like a Val Venus or someone like that.
Oh my god.
Like a real
Dust.
Like a real mid-card guy is just gonna a job.
Doink the Clown. He's coming back.
It's 6 of them.
All 6 doinks. Every match, someone will be wrestling a doink, and doink loses.
Dink and wink.
All right. Damien Sandow comes out. He's still on his quest looking for an apprentice. And after he humiliates someone, The Miz comes out and says, well, I have a question for you. What WWE superstar comes out week after week in his father's bathrobe wearing pink underwear he bought at Victoria's Secret? The answer is Damien Sandow. You're welcome. And he walks away and nothing happens. There's no match. There's no program. They just cut the commercial. And you're like, what?
To be continued, I guess.
It's I hope. But they didn't even talk about it again. It was just that was it. I was like, what?
They used the Jerry Lawler heart attack thing as a throwaway, so...
Oh my god. 3-man band in a 6-man tag. Yes, they come out with their music now. Now it actually sounds like rock music. It's not
I've heard. I like how Jinder has a black...
a black turban? Yeah, he takes it off and they start dancing and shit in the ring. Yeah. He actually, at the end of the match, he got on his back and was thrusting his pelvis into the sky as he did an air guitar. I'm not kidding you. This is Jinder Mahal.
Awesome.
So anyway...
Well, as long as Great Khali's not doing that, that's okay.
Oh, come on. So it's the 3-man band against Brodus Clay and the Usos in a 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
And 3-man band wins. Basically what ends up happening is I think they throw Brodus Clay into the ring divider thing, so he's knocked out. And then actually Drew McIntyre, this is his first match since being off TV because of his broken wrist, does the Future Shock DDT and wins the match. So pretty good that they gave him
I'd like to see the Usos do something. What's wrong with them?
They're not going to do anything. Well, they did. They actually came out and danced with the Funkadactyls.
That's what they do, but
so,
what, what's so bad about them? Let them do something.
For the 472nd time, Randy Orton has defeated Wade Barrett yet again in another singles match on SmackDown. It actually ended where Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett are going to have an Intercontinental title match at TLC. So Kofi's on commentary, and at one point Wade Barrett's about to take the what do you call it, the turnbuckle pad off.
Yeah.
And Kofi jumps on the ring apron. No, you can't cheat. And he points to the ref, stop him from cheating. And of course, Wade then turns around and gets RKO'd and loses.
You know what's gonna be funny is when Orton turns heel, which looks like it might happen when he's teaming with Wade Barrett. That's gonna be awesome.
So anyway, the Great Khali and Hornswoggle wrestle Epico and Primo. It's a horrible match. You don't need to know about it. There's more antics with Hornswoggle and Rosa Mendez.
This guy's really tall. So what we're gonna do? This guy's real tiny. They're a team now.
Now they're best friends, yes.
Sign my check for me. I get paid 6 figures. Sign that.
And the main event of the night, by some reasoning of someone,
Lie detector.
Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for the 452nd time.
Yeah, they just don't have a big roster anymore.
So what ends up happening, Sheamus beats Del Rio, but then the Big Show taunts him. He jumps in the ring and taunts him. He's like, hit me, I dare you, hit me, because he wants him to lose his title shot. That, by the way, I forgot to mention the stipulation of this no contact clause. If Sheamus hits Big Show, he loses his title shot. If Big Show hits Sheamus, he loses the title. He actually gets stripped. So he's like, hit me, like he's teasing him. So he grabs Ricardo Rodriguez and throws him to his balls. So Ricardo Rodriguez went headfirst into the Big Show's balls. Alberto Del balls in his mouth.
Rio.
And that's it. That's the end of the show. Sheamus throws Ricardo Rodriguez into the Big Show's balls.
All right.
So next week will be the last week of recap before TLC pay-per-view. It'll be interesting to see how they build up the new matches that they kind of had to put together, and I am interested to see what's going to happen. This seems like one of those solid pay-per-views where it seems like a lot of the titles are being defended. You've got U.S. title, you've got Intercontinental title, you've got each World title. Of course, not CM Punk anymore,
Well,
but that's not their fault.
If you remember last year, it was actually a really good show because this tends to be a show that they don't care that much about.
Right.
And no one's going to get it because it's Christmas time, blah, blah, blah. So the wrestlers get to go and do good stuff.
Right.
Last year was a really good one.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll happen again. But like last year, everything was erased immediately after that.
That's right. They completely erased all of it. So, all right. So that's
one thing that I heard this week, Undertaker.
He's big rumors here.
He's going to be at WrestleMania in some fashion, possibly wrestling.
Big rumors.
I don't know who to put him against.
Hopefully
rumor, not Triple H.
If I can get this to adjust, the rumor is that he has specifically come out and said he does not want to wrestle Triple H or Ryback.
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
It's gonna be Brock then.
He says he wants to wrestle anyone but those two.
But it have to be Brock. So.
I mean, if it's not Triple H, I couldn't see who else it would be besides maybe Brock. I think you're right. Who else? Because if it's going to be Cena, I really foresee it's going to be Cena, CM Punk, Rock for the title at WrestleMania. I don't know who'll be holding the title, but I think it's going to be a triple threat. I'm feeling that.
I don't know if Punk's going to make it in there.
I think yeah.
They're going to reward him with it.
I think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be a triple. I'm not saying he's going to win,
but
I think he's going to be in the match.
It would be a cool scenario if Punk has to lose to Rock, right? So if he has to lose to him, have Rock win the title. Immediately afterwards, Punk wins the Rumble. And then Cena's probably going to have the Money in the Bank.
So he cashes
and they all
money.
get in.
Well, wait, no. You know what? They can't do that. Cena's Money in the Bank is for the World Heavyweight
Yeah, but
title.
they'll just...
They don't care. Forget it. We could do it. Cena could do whatever he wants.
The board of directors said that this is allowed because John Cena also won the other one before he lost it, blah, blah, blah.
That's terrible. So I guess we want to briefly talk about TNA. I don't know if you saw it this week.
I didn't see this week. I guess
Very, very briefly, it seems like they're just going along with all the plot lines from the last time we talked. Like, for whatever reason, James Storm lost his title shot, and now he never had a chance to get it back, and he's not even in the title picture anymore. And you're like...
They kind of took a little bit of a step down. But
what?
There's too much Hogan going on. A lot of the storylines are revolving around him.
Yeah, him and
like,
Brooke now.
Matt Morgan is involved with him.
Yeah.
Bully's involved with him. Austin Aries. They're still doing the stupid segments where he has all the guys in the room, and he talks to them for 20 minutes about who's going to get the title shot.
Yep.
And instead of just having matches and deciding it, oh, brother this, brother that.
Right.
What do you think about this, brother? Do you want the shot? All they say is, yeah. Why
yes, I would like it, please. Yes. Okay,
no, not me.
See you later.
So, that's about it. I mean...
Bully Ray is going to have a singles match with Austin Aries at the pay-per-view this Sunday.
The pay-per-view looks like it's going to be a good card.
Bully Ray Austin Aries should be good.
Hardy
Jeff Hardy and Rude should be good.
Some good stuff. I think
there's really
tag match.
You got there's what's the stupid match with Aces and Eights? It's Doc against who?
It's Kurt.
Is it Doc against Kurt?
Kurt and Samoa Joe, I think.
I forgot exactly.
Doc and Diva. No, it's two random.
That's
guys.
right.
Yeah, it's I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like, is there a TNA app? I don't know.
There's no TNA app. I can look it up.
It's like Garrett Bischoff, Wes Briscoe.
Nah, I'm not gonna
Angle.
look it up.
But basically, like, that Wes Briscoe dude's gonna turn on Kurt and join his case. That's what I'm thinking.
You can pretty much tell there's gonna be Swerve somewhere in there. And who is it? I think there's a Matt Morgan against.
Matt Morgan and Joey Ryan against Chavo and Hernandez.
That's right, for the tag titles. So, some pretty solid stuff in there.
Matt Morgan stole Hogan's robe. I don't even...
Oh my god, this
wears
is stupid. He won't give it back. And it's funny because Hogan acts pissed and then they cut away and then he's like
happy
good job,
about
brother, good job. What?
Too much Hogan. Too many of the storylines go through him. It's lame, man.
And also, so Mickie James returned, but then also, Velvet Sky returned. So they rehired her. I guess they realized what a fuck up that was to let her go.
Yeah.
And I swear her boobs look even bigger. I think she got another tit job when she was out, which is pretty gross. But you know.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because it was funny because it was.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to better yourself or prove yourself.
They were having a face-off between Tara and Mickie James because they're gonna have a title match. And as they're having this face-off in the ring, Velvet Sky came out and she's like, "I'm back." I was like, "But this has nothing to do with the match."
Yeah, maybe she'll get the shot next.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Seems like Mickie kind of comes and goes, so she'll probably lose and disappear again. Maybe I don't know.
But that's pretty much it. There's not much else to talk about in TNA going on right now. I mean, they have their pay-per-view this Sunday. I think they're going to try to build to a bigger program. It kind of sucks that Aries is now, like, deflated.
Did you hear about the Bill DeMott controversy?
Nope. Oh, boy. What happened with Bill DeMott?
Bill DeMott's a trainer for developmental, and he was there years ago. He was a guy from Tough Enough, Hugh Morris, and WCW, blah, blah.
Right.
So he was in their old territory, which was Deep South Wrestling. He was the head trainer. And there was all kinds of different rumors, apparently, about things he was doing to people, and things that were, people complained about all kinds of things, and blah, blah, blah. Eventually he was fired. I guess none of this stuff was ever proven.
Huh.
But he was rehired recently. They rehired him, and he's in the new developmental, the NXT FCW thing. So all these guys that were with him back then, that he was training, they all hate his guts. And they're starting to come up forth with all these stories, like, why would you rehire this guy? And one of the things that came forward was this video where he made one wrestler strip nude and smear donuts on his ass and then give a stink face to another wrestler in the corner and smear the donut over the other dude's face. And there's pictures, there's video of this, all kinds of things. And it's like a big embarrassment. It's like, what kind of wrestling training is that? There's all these guys have all kinds of things.
Well, I guess
he caused injuries. He made people do things like 50 times and purposely injured them because he didn't like them. So he made them do things that would purposely injure themselves and blah blah blah. So
I guess in comparison to actually getting a stink face from Rikishi, maybe he's preparing you with the donut build up. But I don't know.
This is what it's like.
You must be ready.
So I don't know. I thought that was a wacky story.
That's pretty. You could tell though, like when he was on Tough Enough and shit.
He's
like,
a dick, yeah.
He was that type of personality. He just do shit just because he could. He's like a power. One of those people who abused the power.
Yeah, like
they had.
like a bitter dude that maybe he didn't get as far as he wanted to. And
right. So he's gonna take it out on everyone else. So. All right. So that's it for Smark Guys this week. Once again, you could be watching this on John Rambo Presents. Or you may be watching this on the King of Hate Vlogs. We're probably going to do this for the next couple weeks until I think we've got 3 straight weeks we can do the show, and then the last weekend of December we're taking the break, a holiday break, and then we're going to probably come back fresh, in January.
Yeah, man, yeah.
So,
taking some weeks off at the end of the year, so we'll be back.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back next week with a new episode. We'll have the recap of everything that happened at the TNA pay-per-view, and all the build up to TLC. Next week we'll probably be doing simulation matches of TLC in WWE 13, so it's going to be a jam-packed week. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.